welcome to the Fern Baby Goes Crazy podcast.
Wendy's back again.
With a cider.
Yes.
No, she doesn't have a cider.
Apple cider.
It's apple juice.
Okay.
We're gonna be switching off reading today so that
I'm gonna do some reading today.
Yeah, my
I like
stutter sucks and I don't wanna
Can you open
make
my
you
apple
guys'
juice?
ears bleed. Of course I can open your apple juice.
Thanks.
I'm gonna be drinking cider. It's Cider Boys again.
Okay.
Would love a shout out or like a promotion from them.
Cheers.
Paid promo.
I have never tried this apple juice before.
Mine's
Oh my
blackberry
gosh.
flavor.
That is so good.
Wanna try mine?
Is it grape?
No, it's blackberry. Fuck grape.
Here, hold this.
Which one's yours? Oh, the strawberry one?
Yeah, it's so good.
The strawberry apple juice? No, not a fan?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So, we're reading Am I the Asshole stories again because it seems to be Chantel's favorite.
Well, there's some relationship advice. I have to find more Reddits to
Okay.
get more stories and
You just
stuff.
haven't, done a deep dive.
No,
Is it more
it's,
easy to find these?
it's so much more easier to find those because people post, and look, there's like 20, 30 posts in those a day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
Is it just labeled Am I the Asshole?
Yeah, so I'll show you later how it's
Okay.
set up.
Okay, well, we're going to start with the first story. And it says, Am I the asshole for constantly bullying and disrespecting my birth mom? Okay. I, 19 female, grew up with a single dad and my sisters. My mom was absent after the age of 4. This didn't really affect me mentally because I was too little to process the reality of the situation. Although when my church or school had Mother's Day, I was confused and sad when I didn't have anyone to bring. One time, a lady I didn't know played the games with me as my mom by the age of 10. I started to realize that it was weird or unusual that I only had a dad. I would ask my dad about it, but he would always say I'd understand a little more when I got older. Long story short, she abandoned her kids and husband for drugs. I would go visit her during the summer almost every year, and we would take pictures. I thought they were completely normal until I looked back at them years later, seeing how absolutely tweaked out she looked. She ended up getting with another man and having a kid with him, while my dad, on the other hand, spent hours working to provide for me and my sister and was even so kind-hearted enough to still provide and send money to my mom. Fast forward to now, my mother is jobless and pretty much lives off my dad. Her other baby daddy, which she would do meth with, didn't work either and could barely give her $50 to help out. So now, anytime I visit her, I don't give her the respect I give my father. I feel she doesn't deserve any of my respect because, yeah, she's the woman that birthed me, but she didn't raise me at all. I don't really see her as a mother figure, more like a friend. I always make jokes about her leaving and she denies it all or just tries to switch the conversation, which makes me so fucking mad. So I came on here to see how others would see the situation. Clarification. I should mention that when I said bullying, I meant bringing up things she used to do and still does to this day, and I quite literally can't avoid her because she lives right behind me. Why not move? Moving simply isn't an option with my financial situation right now. Avoiding her isn't really an option, and there's too many details I could write, and that would for sure change half of these comments' minds. Either way, thank you for all your advice and comments. Much needed.
She's not the asshole.
No. You need your mom to be there for you in life. You know, it's same with a dad. You need your parents
and
there
it's
for
really
you.
hard when they choose a substance over you.
Oh yeah.
Not to say
and it's
that,
something hard to understand, why would my mom or my dad
Yeah.
choose drugs or alcohol over their kids?
Yeah.
Or
it's I grew up in
providing
that
for their
situation.
kids, yeah.
Yeah, and it's I don't give my dad forgiveness for it, obviously, because he did a lot of fucked up shit, and he had a lot of opportunities to change.
Mhm.
A lot of opportunities. And it's we don't know the mom side of it, so we don't know if she's gone to rehab. We don't know if she's taken steps to
be
fix
better.
it and be better. Which is so tricky when it comes to substance abuse and stuff, because you never know.
Yeah.
You never know if they're trying. But I think the people that don't try People
they
like
don't
my
care
dad.
enough.
They don't care enough, and I don't think that
Like,
it
are
should
your kids
fall...
not? I mean, addiction is a really, really tough thing, and
It is.
some people also have mental health issues that tie
Contribute to
into that tie into that, and it's like, let's say she has mental health issues where she like literally can't bring herself to think like, oh, let's be sober. Like, her brain is so wired to be like, I need drugs and alcohol.
I need drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, and I can understand that for her, but like, being a parent, you should know that you need to stop that like that.
Yeah. And it should never be your child's responsibility to fix you, to fix the relationship, or to get you better.
Parent you, No,
it should never fall on the child.
Yeah.
They can support you all they fucking want, but they should never have to parent you,
pay for your
fix
things,
you.
help you. I mean, like, you can if you want, and I feel like a lot of people would. But
Yeah,
that's not.
that's love.
That's not something that they should have to be in control over.
No.
Like, to put that on a kid, especially at being your own kid, like, to expect your, I mean, that's not even what this is, but to expect your kid to accept that you chose drugs over or
whatever,
being a parent, like, and then having one parent who's like gives their all, works their asses off to take care of you, and then still sends, like, the fact that her dad still sends her mom money, like,
while she has another boyfriend, like, that's
who does
insane.
meth, who she does meth with.
That's insane. That's a lot. Yeah. He obviously has a lot of love for her, even if it's just because she's the mother of his children.
Yeah.
But kudos to him for taking care of her still, even though they're not together.
Like, a lot of people would not even.
No.
They would not.
Especially because I don't want to stereotype, but most of the time the money that you give those people is going to drugs and alcohol.
Not taking care of themselves, that's for sure. When you have an addiction, that's what.
I know that from experience too, because like, if my grandma or whatever would give my dad money, he wouldn't use it.
And then also, I feel like
shoes or anything.
It's sad too, because in a way he's definitely enabling the mom.
Yeah, but I don't think he doesn't
think it like that. I'm sure.
He's like, I'm trying to take care of her.
Yeah. Like, she might not have enough.
Yeah, trying to make sure she's alive.
But no, I don't think that she's an asshole for not
respecting her. I definitely can understand why she doesn't respect her.
Yeah, like, that's a hard thing when your parent chooses that over you. It's like, how am I supposed to respect you when you don't even respect me?
Yeah, you don't respect me enough to take care of me. You don't respect me enough to get help.
Yeah.
Do you want me to read the next one?
Sure.
Am I the asshole for not going to my dad's funeral?
Depends.
My dad passed away very suddenly. We were never close, but I do love and miss him very much. The moment I found out he was sick, I flew across the country. I saw him before he passed, and I was there while he passed. His funeral isn't until Sunday. I have a major panic disorder, and the family I am staying with is very toxic. I have been having terrible panic attacks, and I have decided to fly home early and not attend the funeral. Some of my family says I'm the asshole and shouldn't let my anxiety control me. I know if I attend this funeral, I will have a panic attack, and I'm not sure if I can handle it. Am I the asshole?
No.
No. You weren't very close, and if your family's already...
They should understand that you have a disorder where you, like, if you do go to that, you are going to...
freak the fuck out. And if nobody there has...
Like, you respect your father enough to not want to show up and make it, like...
about you. Well, not about you, but like...
panic and, you know, obviously all the attention... Not saying, like... What's a good way to say it?
Cause a scene of sorts, but at the same time...
Especially at that type of gathering, you know, you don't want that to happen, and it would just be, like, traumatizing for everybody, not only yourself.
Well, it's like, at the same time, if her family is already being, like, a dick about the situation, how are they going to be when she actually has a panic attack? Are they going to know how to help her?
Oh, she's wants attention, or like,
are they
going to
say she's faking it? Yeah. Are they going to know what to do in that situation?
I think that if you can't handle those situations, then don't go.
Yeah.
If going to someone's funeral is going to be too much for you, or any type of large gathering, regardless if it's for a funeral or whatever,
don't go. If it's going to cause you more pain than joy, don't go. If it's going to cause you more pain than comfort or closure, don't go.
I feel like them going would just...
make it worse.
Always,
it
and it would always be a terrible memory.
Yeah,
like,
it wouldn't
I
be an
freaked out at my
experience that you
dad's.
want.
No, and
not that you
mean,
want a funeral experience,
yeah.
but like you want that experience to
be
like,
as positive
honorable.
as it can be.
Yeah. Not like I was freaking out the whole time. I don't
Or then
remember
feeling
it.
guilt for like having that happen, you know.
Yeah.
At a funeral.
Exactly.
I don't think that that's
Like
good.
I know personally, I'm not going to my dad's funeral because fuck that bitch. Fuck him. I'm not going.
I respect you for
I'm gonna
that.
be day drinking and cry like happy tears and then like I wish I had a dad because I mean I do have a dad but like
Yeah.
he's not my dad.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be a
He's
fun
not
day
a
when
good
he
dad.
dies, and by fun I mean chaotic. I'm just gonna go through every fucking emotion in the book.
Punching, crying. Who are you gonna
Laughing.
punch? Please don't punch me.
I won't punch you.
Don't punch
I'll probably
Ty.
punch
Were you gonna
the
say
couch.
Ty?
No. I'll try not to punch him unless he pisses me off. I don't condone
I don't
domestic
think-
assault or violence.
Yeah, we shouldn't be.
Um,
We shouldn't be
Play fighting is different though.
wrestling.
or
I
like
don't think
a-
you'd be play. Oh my gosh, she hurt me.
Do I need to call 911? Oh,
Please.
myself.
I think my finger just came off. Love you, Riley. I hope he sees this and laughs. Did you see how I did my finger too?
Yeah.
Riley, you're a badass, bro. If you're watching this, you're a badass.
One of our friends cut his finger. Didn't purposely cut his finger off, but he's got a little nub on his middle finger now. For context.
Today, this happened today
Yeah.
at work.
Just for context, that happened.
Yeah. So if you're wondering what that joke was about,
There you go.
we love you, Riley,
Love you, bud.
and your 4 or 9 fingers that you have now, all 9 of them, and your nub.
Oh, 9. 9.5.
I don't even think there's half.
9.25.
It's more.
It's
Well,
a third.
I think he told me they shaved it down.
Yeah, no, Tyler said thread warning, or trigger warning, they had to like push his bone in more, or like re-break it and shit,
Ooh.
while he was awake.
He sent us photos of his
It's gnarly,
finger,
pretty gnarly.
and he made some funny jokes.
Dude, fingers look so weird when there's no blood running through them.
I know. Did you see her
Dude,
picture
yeah.
of it? It was like blue.
Yeah,
It was just like there.
it's like a zombie.
He told me that, sorry, this is very off topic, but he went to the hospital and he was talking to the doctor, right? And like she was doing all her stuff with his finger, you know, fixing it up. And she literally had to stop doing what she was doing because he was making her laugh so hard. And I was like, what were you saying? He's like, I don't know. I don't remember what I was saying when I was being funny. And I was like,
Well, they probably have him hyped up on fucking painkillers too.
oh
that
yeah,
he's
so
just
he's just saying it all.
just saying a bunch of shit.
Yeah, we love
Dude,
Riley.
could you imagine like you cut your finger off and you have to pick it up and take it to the
No.
fucking hospital?
And like when he showed me that, I just was
Rip
like,
the people who
I
had to
was
clean
like-
up that mess.
screw them. My dad lost his finger.
But could you imagine like your
I
coworker
would just-
cuts his finger
I
off?
just want to hear the story about like when it happened.
Yeah, but like could you imagine your coworker cuts their finger off and then they go to the hospital and you're like stuck cleaning up like blood and like finger tissue? You're like, oh, just a typical Thursday. Just a fine Thursday
Now every
afternoon.
Thursday of Riley's life, he's gonna be reminded.
Oh shit.
Riley, we're not making fun of you.
We're
Laughing with you because
Yeah.
we know you'd be making jokes too.
Well, he is making jokes.
Yeah, he's made very funny jokes.
R.I.P. Riley's finger, 2023.
His middle finger.
Should we have a funeral for it?
Oh, we should. Should we ask him? That?
Yeah.
I want to call him and ask him, but we're doing this.
You can call them.
I'm just gonna text him.
Yeah.
Can't tell, but I'm flipping you off. Fuck you. I hope you
We
guys
better
can
get
see
his permission for this.
that. Yeah, I'll just text him. Okay, intermission, guys. We're gonna.
We should hold a funeral for the finger. We're good friends, I promise. This is just how we all cope with the situation. Your nails look really pretty.
Thank you. I've had them on for like 2 weeks now.
Oh shit, I need to go get mine done.
They're
I
not
need to go
done.
get a
These are
spray
just
tan.
fucking press-ons.
Oh
Both
shit.
glue. Yeah.
Dude, every time I do press-ons and I go to fix like my fitted sheet, they pop off. It's a fucking fitted sheet. They need to, okay, here's my thoughts. They need to make a better fitted sheet. I don't care how they do it. They need to fix how it like works. Cause I'm tired of every day when I make my bed having to fucking readjust a stupid fitted sheet for no reason. For no reason at
Okay,
all.
I asked him.
Okay.
Okay, next story. Throwing roommates' shit out.
Yes.
Okay. Am I the asshole for throwing out all of my roommates' beloved things?
Wow. I'm gonna tell you right now, she's not the asshole.
Oh, you've read it?
Oh yeah.
Heck, get it, read it. I, 19, female, live with my mom, 42. We both work and barely make ends meet. Almost a year ago, we invited an ex-coworker, 24 of mine, to live with us. We felt bad for her living situation, and she said she's probably going to have to move back to her home state. At the time, my mom's car was broke down and her tags were expired, so it was beneficial to us to have someone with a vehicle. The first month and a half of her living with us, we didn't make her do anything, but after that point, we required that she pay rent and provide food for herself, established prior to her moving in. Despite how laid back and accepting we were of her, we never got any rent money. She didn't clean up after herself, and she'd eat everything I provided for the week in the matter of a couple days, leaving me to consume food only at work while on break. I was working 40 hours a week while she slept all day in my room. I began sleeping on the couch in the living room. This would have been fine if she had a job to pay rent and wouldn't ignore my mom when she asked for a ride. In the span of 8 months, she managed to get hired and quit 4 jobs, take out 2+ student loans, and get her car repoed, leaving us with no mode of transport and a bum taking up space in my room, eating everything I provided. All she did was sleep and poorly planned her future in South Korea. She was obsessed with K-pop and had quite the collection, but due to our living circumstances, we moved upstates to live with my brother and his wife. They graciously offered her a ride up there and dropped her off with her family. They told her they'd help her move her things up there along with our items. When her items were removed from the moving truck, I called her and asked her when she'd be able to retrieve her things. She said she was broke and had no car to come get her things. She couldn't even meet us halfway. My sister and I agreed to give her about 2 weeks before doing anything with her stuff. But during these weeks, I contacted her a multitude of times to no avail. She never replied up until the last day of the 2 weeks, saying, "I can probably come get my things in a week." We waited that extra week, hopeful that she would retrieve her things, and still she never planned a time to. Eventually, my brother was sick of her things crowding his lean, too, and he asked my mother and I to separate personal items, laptop, government ID, sentimental, and from donate items. We did so and saved her personal items out of courtesy. The rest of the stuff was donated: clothes, shoes, school supplies, all K-pop merch. Almost 4 months after moving here, she's finally ready to collect her stuff. How do I tell her it's all gone? Save except for a few personal items. Am I the asshole?
No, I don't think she's an asshole. However, I will say that if you're letting somebody move in with you, don't do it because you're expecting rides out of them all the time.
No.
That's not fair.
And letting them move in without saying like, oh yeah, you eventually need to pay rent.
Well, they did
And then
establish that.
Oh, okay.
They
okay.
did, yeah, they did talk about that before she moved in and she agreed to it. And at
That's
the same time,
she's the asshole for never paying and
Yeah.
just being a bum on the couch.
yeah, you don't like move into
Or
somebody's house.
was she sleeping in her?
She was sleeping in the girl's bed.
and she was sleeping on the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not okay.
No.
That's so disrespectful.
You don't move into somebody's house, take their bed, not pay rent, not pay for food, not clean up after yourself.
And especially eating all the food that she worked for to buy.
Yeah, while you're going through
And obviously they don't have a bunch of money, like they don't have a car.
Yeah.
You know,
and it's
like they don't have
you can't
extra
keep
money.
a job. Which I
Yeah,
mean, there could be
for-
mental health reasons for that, but at the same time,
But don't put that onto someone else.
No, you don't. Put that on
Also,
somebody else.
like don't let random people that you barely know move into your house.
Yeah, don't do that. Like,
Don't-
I get wanting to be a good
I
person.
get it being like you can crash for a few nights.
But after that, like, you need to establish that
Oh
boundary.
yeah, because they're just gonna walk all over you and expect things out of you and take your shit, and
Yeah. Unfortunately, people are fucking awful.
it doesn't matter how good you think they are, they will do that.
Yeah.
If you allow that, they're gonna do it, and they're gonna abuse the hell out of that situation.
Yeah. I don't think she's the asshole for throwing away her shit, though. It was
I don't
nice
either.
of them to keep
Like
the
they
personal
kept it for
items.
so long too.
Yeah, like
all that
4
stuff.
extra months.
All that shit that wasn't personal to her, she can get back. She can go make the money and buy it back if she really wants it.
Exactly.
Obviously, she didn't care enough to come pick it up.
Like, you
That's
had
why it's
4
gone.
months and you didn't go pick it up. 4
Yeah,
months
I
that
don't
you
think
left
she's
your
an
shit.
ass. I don't think she's an ass
No.
for that.
Oh, this is a fun one. Am I the asshole for throwing dog poop on my cousin? I know.
It sounds like my brother and I.
It kind of does.
He once made me. I wanted to hang out with him and his friends so bad that we were at the park by my grandma's house, and my great grandma used to babysit us,
Mhm.
Betty. And they were like, if you put your hand in dog shit, we'll let you hang out with us. They told me to rub my hand around,
Tyler.
and I did it. And then
What
they didn't.
did
And I did it, dude. And they didn't let me hang out with them, and I shamefully had to walk back to my grandma's house from the park with dog shit on my hand that I tried rubbing off into the grass
Oh, I'm
before.
bringing this up to
walking.
him later.
Yeah,
What an
Yeah.
asshole. Tyler's the asshole.
he is the asshole always. And he's gonna live forever. Get it?
Assholes live forever. I know the title sounds a little weird, but hear me out. My cousin Rob is the type of guy that wants to be YouTube famous. I swallowed wrong. He wants to be YouTube famous, but all he does is these really mean pranks that no one but he thinks is funny. Like, he gave my grandma a fake lottery ticket and laughed when she got happy, causing her to cry. How can
Aw.
you make your grandma cry?
That's messed up. I would do it, but
I had to tell him not to prank me because his pranks are not funny and often hurt people. Also, my first reaction when someone jumps out at me is to swing, and last time I got in trouble, so I told him countless times, don't prank me. I've swung at Tyler for trying to scare me. He'll like pop around the corner.
yeah,
I'm
no,
like,
I've
"Ah."
definitely people try to scare me. Like I'm gonna throw a punch.
Yeah.
If I'm not expecting you, I'm
If
gonna
I'm not
protect
expecting,
myself.
I'm gonna protect myself. Yeah.
In that moment, I don't know who you are.
You could be an intruder.
Yeah.
You could have just like came into my house.
Yeah. Not. Yeah. Your door's usually
Yeah.
locked, but
Usually. It didn't used to be. I was really bad about locking
Yeah.
my door.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say
Okay.
in case people know where I live.
He did not listen, so when I was walking my dog, to be clear, he is a pit bull mix. His name is Rex. He's a big dog, so when I walk him, his poop is the size of my hand. When I was walking him, I needed to go down this alley-like space that creeps me out, but I walk the dog down there because that is the only place he likes to go to the bathroom at. Today, Rex had a very wet poop. When I went to pick it up, it got hot and it had some rocks in it, so I tied it up and was on the way to walk home when Rob jumps out and says, "Give me your money, bitch," with a fake knife that I thought was real. My instincts told me to swing, and I did. When I realized what just happened, all I could do was stare at him as poop ran down his face, shoes, clothes.
No.
He dropped his phone, breaking it, and started to throw up, then took off running to my house. I ran after him, and all he says is that I threw poop on him on purpose. My aunt and uncle yelled at me when I told them my side of the story. They did not believe me, so when my parents got home from getting some food, my aunt and uncle lied. Rob was taking a very long shower after he had hosed himself down. My parents were on my side because I told them, don't prank me, and they know that I swing first when things jump out at me. They want me to pay for a new pair of shoes, clothes, a phone, and any face care that he needs. I told him that there is no way I'm paying for that. I told my friends the same story, and they said that I should pay because I should not punch things that jump out at me. Am I the asshole?
It's oh, is there?
There's an edit. Thanks to everyone that commented. I thought I was in the wrong for everyone asking how did the bag open. When I swung at him, he dodged it by the... People need to learn how to type.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of like.
By the bag being tied to my wrist, when the bag hit him in the face, neck, it ripped. Rob has a very bad ear infection and he has pimples everywhere. My uncle and aunt have spread lies that I did it on purpose, and some people believe them and some of my family don't. David and Danny are my older cousins and they play funny pranks on me. They know he is lying, started calling him the boy who caught shit. One of the pranks they do is a water bottle and penny prank on me. or they covered my room in sticky notes when I was sleeping. Update, my aunt and uncle wanted to prove that I was lying about it being a reflex, so my aunt jumped out of my closet at 10. I'm over at my grandma's house because I like being around her. Rob's family just came over when they found out I was there. I punched her in the nose and broke it. She called me a dumb bitch and my grandma kicked her out. I know this is not over.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so he's definitely not the asshole.
No,
I hate the motherfuckers
also
that
it's
pull
dog shit.
fucking pranks
Like, if
that.
you're always pulling pranks and then someone does something, not even trying, like, he didn't go pick up dog shit and he's like, yeah, I'm
gonna throw this. I'm gonna get him back. No, that's not what happened.
You had a knife.
Fake or not.
Yeah.
When you're in an alley.
My brother has chased me. My brother and I have both chased each other around with knives.
It's just scary.
It is. Like, we're not gonna stab each other, but really, it's terrifying when you have a knife.
But, like, especially if you're in an alley and somebody, like, jumps out and is like, give me your money, bitch, with a knife. You're
I'm
gonna
throwing
fucking
dog
swing.
shit. I'm gonna have whatever in my hand is gonna hit you.
Yeah. You're
I
gonna
don't
swing.
think he's the asshole at all. I think
No.
his cousin, right?
And his aunt and uncle are the assholes.
deserved the maybe not the broken nose, but like
No, she deserves a broken nose. Going around telling the whole family that he's lying and shit.
Yeah, that was.
And then you have the audacity to hunt him down and try and fucking scare him again to see if he's lying. And then you're gonna continue to lie about it?
Yeah, you're not the asshole.
No, he's not the asshole.
I burnt
His
my
family's
thumb.
the asshole.
I think I burnt my nail. It like looks like
You
melted.
shouldn't cut your finger off.
Yeah, no, you're not the asshole. Definitely deserved shit thrown at his face.
So what if he has pimples? He probably deserved it. And, you know, Proactive's a thing. Panoxyl's a thing.
That's what my grandma
Neutrogena's
says.
a thing.
Okay, next one. The last one. Am I the asshole for not wanting visitors for 5 weeks after I give birth to my baby girl? Already, no, you're not the asshole. My boyfriend and I are having our first child together. We have agreed that when I go into labor and after, visitors are welcomed at the hospital. However, once we get home, no visitors for 5 to 6 weeks. We just want to spend some quality time with our baby first. I explained to my mom and she was totally fine with it. When we tried to explain to his mom, she became so angry and snobby. She basically stated we aren't going to be good parents and that we are going to offend people by doing this. We feel by having no visitors, it can lower the risk of our baby getting sick. She called us selfish for wanting to do that and that we are spoiling our baby too early. Please, can someone give me advice?
Not the asshole.
I, like, when I have kids, I don't want, like,
Nobody's coming over to see my baby. You can see it at the
you know
hospital,
how
but
easy you can get a baby sick? Like,
so fucking easy.
or, like, harm the baby? Like,
Nobody is
would
going to touch
purposely,
my
but,
baby
like,
for like
to
3
hold,
to 4
like,
weeks.
it would just give me anxiety if I have a newborn baby that I don't even, like, I'll be a first-time parent.
Mm-hmm.
I want to figure all that out with my husband and how we parent and all this before we let other people handle our baby or around our baby. Like, it's not even like I'm being selfish and like I don't want to share you with
easily.
Yeah.
Too.
I'll send you videos, we can FaceTime.
Yeah.
All that 5 weeks, come on, that's 1 month.
That's
You
a
can
month.
wait a month. And if you've already seen the baby in the hospital, it's not like I don't want you to see my baby.
Yeah, it's not like you're missing anything. That's crucial time for the mom and this, like, the father to bond with the baby too.
That's what they need. They don't need other people in their business. And
Mhm.
other people are different. They want people to come see their baby, and that's
Yeah.
totally fine.
It's
either
up to
way.
the mother. It's up
Yeah.
to the mother.
Yeah,
Like, period, end of story. It is up to the mother.
for sure. And I don't think that the husband's mom should be giving you crap, calling you snobby for saying you want your baby to be okay, like,
And
here
healthy
comes-
and protected.
You know
Like-
how much grossness people drag onto themselves and bring into your home?
All the time. Especially during a pandemic.
Yeah, no, it's not the time to have your baby be around a bunch of people
No.
at all.
No.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
last story. Is there anything else you want to touch on today?
I'm grateful that I have 10 fingers. That one was a harsh one.
That was a little...
Riley, I love you again.
You want to talk about Corvallis or anything? Yeah, you
I
can
had
keep
a
that
fun
part
time
of your
in
life
Corvallis.
private.
I have a fun time in Corvallis when I go.
Yeah.
I meet new people.
I think sometime this week I might do like a little plant tour.
Yes, you should. You have a lot
Yeah.
of plants to show.
I do. I have like too many plants to show and a dying orchid.
Yeah, but that's the point. Like, you
Yeah.
have so many plants to show.
Exactly. So I might do a plant tour this week.
You should.
Maybe a little crystal tour.
I'll
like
be
half
gone
and
for a
half.
while.
Yeah.
Leaving.
So I have to figure out next week what to post because I don't think you want
Maybe
to
you
come
can
over
get Riley.
to Maybe. Because then that's gonna be weird. Because Tyler doesn't want to be part of the podcast, which is annoying. I'm like,
Maybe we can
convince him. Yeah, I'm like, maybe if I get him drunk enough.
Yeah. We'll get him on here.
Do you want to do the podcast next week when you get back? Do you not know yet?
If not Thursday, because I'll probably want to come back and like chill
Yeah.
for a day, because I'll be driving, and then maybe like Friday
Okay, that's
or
fine.
Saturday.
Okay, I'll probably post
Does
this
Ty work
tomorrow
this
anyways.
Saturday?
Tyler does work this Saturday. It's his
Okay, so
payday
next-
week.
okay. So next Saturday. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Thanks for watching, guys.
glad to be putting out our 3rd episode.
Well, 3rd time's a charm.
Yeah. Remember to subscribe and get other people to subscribe, please. And thanks. Love you very much. Okay, bye.
Bye.